All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. Okay, so obviously, I haven't been making a lot of videos lately, and that's only because, honestly, there hasn't really been much to report on. There's not really much to say in the cryptocurrency space in the grand scheme of things. Yes, we can pay attention to all of the small things that's been happening. Oh, it's going up, it's going down. Oh, Federal Reserve, X, Y, and Z, new SEC, head of SEC, all of these new things, little things, but honestly, it really doesn't change the overall perspective of in the grand scheme of things. But I would like to comment on a couple of things that's been happening lately. Let's start off with the tariffs and this administration. As I stated before, this administration, anybody who understands cryptocurrency, or I've been following cryptocurrency for a long period of time, and you guys can see it in my previous videos, Trump, he doesn't really understand cryptocurrency. He probably does now. Now that it's been more of a big deal, but while he was campaigning, you can tell he really didn't really understand it. He had a lot of people behind his back, like Vivek Ramaswamy, who definitely understood how cryptocurrency works, and a couple of others. But let's just be honest, he really doesn't. And at the same token, when we look at this administration and what they're doing, as far as the cryptocurrency space, there has been some improvements. Obviously, there has been, as I stated before, a new a director of the SEC, or the head person in charge of the SEC, because they have like others other leaders as well. So there's that. The tariffs, as far as the tariffs are concerned, it has made the market extremely volatile, right? And a lot of people are not happy with the results so far. There's a lot of how should I say it? It's not bluffing. There's a lot of strategy involved in what Trump is doing. As you guys know, I'm extremely independent, and I don't. I At the end of the day, for me, it's all the same. The governments are all the same. Whoever's, whether Republicans or Democrats, is all the same. So, um, unless there's a major change, um, in which the economy is doing better, or the social aspect of the culture of America has improved, it's all the same. I'm sorry, it just is. So, but yes, the tariffs has quite got people in a stir. Not me, but then again, I don't really have stocks. So, and then as far as the cryptocurrency market is concerned, let's be honest, there has not been any alt season. If you don't have Bitcoin, then you've been pretty much screwed this whole entire cycle. That just is what it is. And talking about small projects, or XRP. The reality of it is Bitcoin and XRP have both taken off, and other coins and tokens haven't done hardly anything. Um, that's just that's just me being real. So, as I stated before in my other video as well, about a couple videos back, now's not the time to really want to, I don't know, now's not the time to quit your job or do anything. We are in a very uncertain market. Of course, obviously, with our lives and how we're living our lives, you have a choice, right? You have a choice um, in decisions to make, important decisions to make on how and where you want to live. So just be careful out there. Be careful with your finances. Um, eh, Honestly, I have no idea where things are going to go. I've been saying for a long time that we're going to reach stagflation. That's something that the Federal Reserve has been trying to avoid. They don't really consider it a thing, or honestly, they can change their numbers however they want. But I do believe that we are going to eventually reach stagflation. We just don't. I just don't see it. I definitely see the Federal Reserve cutting rates sometime this month. I don't know when. I don't know. I think they should. Not that they will. I think that would be the best thing to do for the citizens. But then again, way above my pay grade. Um, I do believe, as far as the cryptocurrency space is concerned, that there is that we're still going to. I believe that we're still going to have some kind of alt season. I don't know how dramatic. I don't know how much of an impact it will have, but I do believe that we're going to have. I don't think this bull run is over, and I do think we're going to have altcoin season. Um, what else is there? Bitcoin. I definitely see Bitcoin still going up. I see Bitcoin possibly in the mid 150s to 200s. That's where I'm estimating that it's going to go. Unless something crazy happens, then obviously it's going to grow even larger. I think the market cap, I see the market cap 2 to 3 trillion by the end of the year for Bitcoin alone. That's just where I have it. But we'll see. Now, a couple things. Many of you are Holochain fans, and I did watch the last Holochain briefing. Um, there's a lot to unpack, but I'm not. I'm just not. I am tired. You guys. I'm tired of the Holochain community, the Holochain organization, and Holo. I'm just tired. I'm worn out, just being honest and saying the same stuff. Oh, they got this update. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're doing that. Oh, they're changing this. Oh, they're changing this. I'm tired. Not that I'm not physically tired. It's just the same stuff over and over again. It's like a hamster wheel. And I don't want to be updating you guys on a bunch of bullshit in which there's not really any real updates. Things will change when they change. And until there's a major change, then I'll let you guys know. I'll let everyone know, and I'll kind of go further and talk deep about it. But one of the things that raised my eyebrow was Mary Camacho. She stated that as far as the United States is concerned, that it's hard or it's not their choice to put the hot token in anything. And yes, you guys can look at what she's telling is the truth. What she's saying is the truth. You put your application form or whatever you do for your token on the Coinbase. They have a list of things, and this is Coinbase, not the other ones. So who knows what the other ones are? I wouldn't be surprised if it was the smallest USA exchange that would be taking the hot token, but let's just say Coinbase. They review everything, and I think they review a lot of things, especially liquidity, and also the community, which I'm going to jump into that in a split second. But let me just stick with the token itself. I believe that they do want the Holo organization and Holochain organization wants HOT to be listed on Coinbase. There's still going to be a Coinbase effect to some degree. I don't know what degree that is, but there will be. It would be definitely helpful for a lot of us who are in the United States to be able to have HOT or purchase HOT in the United States of America. Currently, we cannot. That's just the truth. Not from a U.S. exchange anyway. All right. So, and then going into, we're going to have people when you're developing a community, and or you're asking these questions on these briefs, because it's no longer AMA, it's a brief. And yes, they ask questions. They haven't asked me anything. I still, to the life of me, I still don't understand why they answer these stupid ass questions. Like, why do they even answer it? Why do they even entertain it? After the first one that says, hey, when are you going to be listed on the U.S. exchange? Look, people, they're trying. I'm pretty sure they want HOT to be listed on the exchange. If they can't do it, they can't do it. If it's not allowed in USA, it's not allowed. Or I should say, if an exchange doesn't want the HOT token, it won't be on there. Now, let's talk about this whole community thing, because one of the reasons why, and you guys remember way back when Charles Hoskinson stated that, hey, you know what? I tried to ask about Holochain, and then they were toxic. I can almost guarantee you, on 5 fingers, and I did that on purpose. On 5 fingers, no, on 5 fingers, excuse me. I could tell you a couple of the people who I almost am 1,000% sure, and I'm not gonna say any names. You guys know who the person is. Tired of saying a name. Um, that create. It's like, oh man, they're toxic. Now, obviously, it's Charles Hoskinson. He probably could have talked to Mary Camacho, Arthur Brock directly. I don't know why he has. Maybe he has behind closed doors. I don't know. But this is what I do know. I do know that the Holochain community itself is either it's there's some toxicity to it, and part of that toxicity is the fact that the behavior within the community needs to be checked by the leadership within the Holochain organization. Just because someone disagrees with your viewpoint or have a different viewpoint on certain things does not mean that they're evil or they're bad or they hate the project. It just means that they have legitimate concerns, which everyone, if you're living on this earth past the age of 25 years old, you probably are wise enough to ask questions to say, hey, you know what? I'm skeptical of this, right? We've all lived long enough to say, hey, you know what? It's good to be skeptical. Um, I put my channel and I label my channel as the Crypto Truth because I try to give you guys the truth as I see it. And what does that mean? That means that when I tell you guys what's happening, it is coming straight from either a direct source or a source that I am extremely confident that that or my own viewpoint. I'm extremely confident in the way in the direction that I believe that they're going. Let's take Holochain community for example. Holochain community is absolutely, if you compare it to the XRP community, if you look at the Holochain community, it is one of the worst, most toxic communities in the beginning I've ever seen. And then we kind of narrowed it down to a couple of people. And this is unfortunate. And you shouldn't be a police, right? You shouldn't have to police, oh, well, it's people out there randomly putting up stuff or saying things. But when you acknowledge them as someone that's part of your community, when you have Arthur Brock, when you have Mary Camacho, when you have Nathan, is it Nathan Lee? When you have all of these guys responding and or not reprimanding or even cautioning people to, hey, chill out. Hey, don't say that. Hey, you know what? We're all on the same team. None of that shit. You don't say nothing. That is damaging to the community, right? And so everyone who wants to be a part of the Holochain, Holo organization, may come in here and get a bad taste in their mouth and be like, what? And it looks bad on the leadership. I've stated this before. It just looks bad. It looks bad when Mary Camacho makes these podcasts, which these podcasts are I think they're very good information, but it just leaves a bad taste in others' mouth. It leaves a bad taste in others' mouth when you're running a company or organization. When you have something like Holochain / Holo and you're like, you need more devs. Why don't you have any more devs? Because back in the day, you said that you didn't want any hype. Well, nobody's going to be hyped up to put anything on your damn, excuse me, on the blockchain, Holochain, or put anything on the network if nobody's excited about it. If people aren't talking about it and it spreads like wildfire. When you're able to make a difference. Now, I get it. We have two separate how should I say, two separate camps. which honestly, there's a couple of us in the middle, and I'm one of them. You have one camp on the side that are like, hey, you know what? This project is an amazing project. The tech is awesome. Their vision is great. And I believe that this project could change the way we do so much within the community, within our government, and with cross-border payments. Bam. Like, it's just great. Also, the leaders are awesome. I've listened. I'm just pretending as if I'm on one side. I've heard Matt Schutte. I've heard Arthur Brock. I've heard Eric Harris Braun. I know about their past projects that they were into. I've seen and listened to their speeches. They're awesome people. I've known all of these things. And so this project is awesome. So now we have those people in that camp. Then we have people on the other camp who are saying, hey, you know what? The hot token is great. They're talking about a token. Well, why are they talking about it? Because it was listed on an exchange. And then we're talking about the Holo ports. And wait, oh no, the Holo ports aren't working. Oh, how many years has it been since the Holo ports is working? It's been 60 years. So these Holo ports, these things have been created, and 60 years later, they're still not being used. What in the world is going on? Oh, terrible communication. Oh, we have this guy that's really toxic in the community. Oh, and by the way, we have the people, the CEOs are responding to this dude as if he's part of their crew, part of their team. That puts a bad, you know what? That's a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my God. Like, what is happening with Hot? Why isn't it listed in the US? What is happening here? What are their thought process? Why did they say that there's no hype, or there shouldn't be any hype when they claim that there's no hype, but now they're needing people to be involved with the project and developers, and nobody's talking about the project, even though it's great. I'm so confused. We have two different camps, and honestly, I'm in between both of them. Why? Because there's truths to both sides. Matter of fact, there's a lot of truth to both sides, but two things could be right at the same time. And unfortunately, we don't have a community in which we can maximize the positive things that we can get and learn from both sides. Then we get into the philosophical side, which you guys know I'm extremely philosophical. And now we're talking about, oh, well, you know, mutual credit currencies are going to be the next thing in the world, and this is awesome and this is great. But that is not how the world works right now. Maybe in the future, maybe in 20 years, maybe in 30 years or 40 years, but not right now. If you want people to be involved in your project, if you want people to, if you want to raise their antennas, say, hey, here's how we can help you out now. Here's the value of it now, and now we can, and we can move forward. Let me show you how you can use this to make money, as in any kind of money, as far as value is concerned, whether you want to do Bitcoin or Ethereum or gold or whatever you want to do. We're going to give you an off ramp, which is the hot token, and we're going to let you use our services, but we have many services and many things we can do, and this is how we're going to do it. Look, people, the answer is very simple. It's easy to pinpoint the problems, as there are many problems and they're trying to get it corrected. But honestly, from my point of view, this is the slowest, most inefficient organization that I've ever seen in my life when it comes to communication. I have never, ever seen this ever in my life. You look at Brad Garlinghouse and XRP. You look at Charles Hoskinson and Cardano. They love these projects. They want to make a difference. They talk about them all the time. They talk about where they want to go. They have big ambitions. They give hope when they speak, when they talk. We don't get that with the Holo Chain community / Holo organization. We just don't. We have a lot of people who are toxic. It's very easy to throw those people who are toxic away. Oh, Nathan, are you a real person? Who gives a flying rat's ass whether he's real or not? The fact of the matter is that nobody nobody as far as the CEO or anybody is saying, oh, well, thank you very much for doing a great job. He's our community leader. Let's do this. There's no communication. So now people are like raising red flags. Well, is he real? Is he this? Is he that? Come on. There will always be people like that, to be honest with you. But all of this could be nipped in the bud long time ago. And this is the problem with the Holo organization, is that they're extremely reactive. And they are not proactive. Being proactive would have realized for them that, you know what, the hot token is valuable. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the absolute best that we can to create value connected to the hot token so that we can grow the Holo chain organization, and improve Holo. More money you have, the more capital you have, the more things you can do, the more opportunities you can provide for your company and organization. It is honestly not that hard. But instead of doing that, they not only do they not know which direction to go. We have all of these guys. They are so intelligent. Let me tell you guys, I've done research on all of these people that work for the Holochain organization, other than Nathan Lee and a couple of others. These are very intelligent people. But the problem is that they have a disconnect. They can't connect to the real world. And that disconnect, it causes them, in their frustrations, it causes them to be frustrated, because it's like, why don't these human beings understand that this is a great technology? Well, these human beings don't understand because you got to either dumb it down for them, or for all of us, including myself, or give them an opportunity to be a part of something in which you're providing. And honestly, that has been missing. Now, I know this is a bit of a rant, but we need to go ahead and jump and talk about the elephant in the room. Not the real elephant in the room. This is not Zootopia. But Mary Camacho, on her on an AMA brief, she probably regrets saying this. I don't know. Maybe she does. I have done. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna have a little small chat. Okay. She stated that, oh well, Donald Trump or a certain guy, she didn't say his name. We all know who she was talking about. She was saying Donald Trump and administration has caused so much turmoil in the market. Now, while I am extremely independent, I would like to know, where was that same energy when the SEC was suing every flipping body in the world? Where was that same energy when you were talking? Why weren't you talking about that then? And this is and by the way, as far as crypto is concerned, yes, I do agree with Mary. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of turmoil going on all sides of the aisle. People don't know what the hell is going on. A lot of people are scared. Jobs have been, I just heard this morning while I was playing pickleball, one of the people was saying that they got a package. They were offered a package. And they're working with the government. They were offered a package, and so they're retiring early. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling. Young folks are out there struggling. A lot of people, many of us out there are struggling. We're trying to get to the next level, and it's so hard especially when we have been taught that to create wealth, you invest and you hold for a long time. For so many people who have invested, and I'm saying invested in the hot token and purchased the hot token, here's all the things they had to deal with. They had to buy it on Binance, and then Binance said, no, we're getting out of the United States. You better get rid of your hot. Well, now you have to go to some rando exchange. Oh, by the way, we have the governments in these different countries going after these exchanges and shutting them down. There's been a lot of people who have lost a lot of money because Binance left the U.S., and then they had to put their money somewhere else. The place that they put their money in was not a safe place. Either their money got taken, or the government would have to or shut down the exchange. Now, because they're overseas, they can't get their money back. Some people were smart enough to be able to put their hot on a ledger And that's where it's been forever. And some have found off ramps, ways to off ramp it over into different things. And then we have, we were supposed to have a bull run. We still haven't had altcoin season. The hot token keeps going down. And man, when you're talking about, but when we have our knowledge and we know for a fact that, man, if you just invest in something solid and you keep it for a long time, you give yourself hope. But that hope disappears. That hope disappears when when things start to wane. And it's been 6, 7, 8 years for some people who have invested, and we haven't really seen a real altcoin season. We just hasn't. We just haven't, and that is painful. Now, for some of you guys who have invested in Bitcoin and said, "Man, I'm saying with Bitcoin and Bitcoin only," I totally understand. Bitcoin has a better track record than anything else, and I would rather have Bitcoin than to have a bunch of money tied up in random altcoins in which I don't know what the hell's going to go with my energy, with my money. I just don't. So, having said all of that, I don't think that Mary Camacho, she seemed very emotional, which we've seen this before. I don't think that, how should I say this? I don't think that she likes personally this administration. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, I know she doesn't. And here's a couple of reasons. Number one, if you've paid attention to her past posts, there are certain judges that she had a lot of respect for on the Democratic side. She also has stated and connected to a lot of people who are huge Democrats. Now, I don't know. I think there's a mix in the Holochain and Holo community, whether they're Democrat or Republican. I'm not saying whether she's Democrat or Republican. I'm just telling you the people that she stated that she's either connected to, respected, or liked. And that's just the reality of it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, by the way. But there is something wrong when you have certain kind of animosity or being disgruntled or frustrated with an administration, but you didn't keep that same energy in the last administration, when Gary Gensler was out there wagging his tail around to every to FTX, met up with the dude 8 times, and all of this happened right up under his goddamn nose. So people, let me tell you something. I always say you need to look after yourself. You need to do your research. You need to find out what true value is. You need to find out why you're living in this life, why you're living in this world. You need to find out how you can make yourself healthier. Health is the new wealth. You need to find out how to avoid toxic people in your life, and that's including on X. Don't engage with these people. Don't go too crazy. Look, you have your own life to live. It's time for us to start being positive within our own personal lives and moving forward. And that's what the Holochain community needs. And I'm gonna say this, and I probably, you know what? I am gonna say it. If you want to create a community, if you want to do, if you want to be big and make a difference in the world and have a message for the world, then you need great leaders. You have to have a great leader. And this whole thing with Nathan Lee, he seems like a nice guy to me. A lot of people actually in the Holochain Holo organization, especially a couple ones that I've communicated with, seem like nice people to me. The problem is that there's no leadership, and there needs to be leadership there. Because when you have leadership, you can now say, okay, look, you guys, here's what's happening. Win Lambo. Hey, man, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If you want a Lambo, go buy Bitcoin. If you want a Lambo, go get XRP. As for if you want that within the next couple years, that's what you want to do. Now, I'm not saying that the hot token is not going to get there. I'm not saying that Holo Fuel version 2, whatever it is not going to get there or help you reach your destination either, or create real value there either. I'm not saying any of that. What I am telling you, though, is if you're unhappy with the project and which direction that they're going, get out. And a lot of people will be getting out of the hot token once after this bull run happens, which it's not even over yet. But once it happens, once we have a altcoin season and a bull run, people are going to be out and they ain't coming back. In the meantime, what you could have been doing, what a lot of companies and organizations could have been doing, and say, hey, here's how you can get involved, and not just from a scientific coding point of view. These are some ideas that we can do. Let's chat, let's talk, let's communicate about these things. Not talk about, oh, well, is this person real? Yes, I'm real. What about you? Oh, I'm blocking you. Oh, this and that. Oh, you're not. Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on? It is unbelievable. So, I had to get this rant in because you guys know that I haven't been really making a lot of videos. But when I do, I'm going to start, I'm going to attempt to be a little bit more direct in what I'm saying. No more roundabout stuff. The reality of it is, in the whole nutshell of things, Holo chain is not ready. Holo is not ready. Their Holo Fuel version 2, whatever it is, it's not ready. That's the reality. Yes, you can have companies connected to it. You can have companies using Holo chain and using Holo. Yes, you got all of these things happening in the background. Are they ready? They're not ready. Because if they were ready, they'd be out. If they were ready, they'd be out. Now, let's talk about, are they making a difference? I believe that they can make a difference. I believe a lot of projects built on Holo chain can and will make a difference in some sort of way to communities and to government agencies, many different ways. But for right now, no. And so my own personal viewpoint is that there will be value in the hot token. Many of us who've been in for a long time have seen the value of the hot token go up and down 90%, right? But we have to be honest. We have to be truthful, and we have to be honest with ourselves. This is not, for me personally, this is not the type of community that I want to be involved with. Do I believe that there are a lot of good people? Do I believe that there are a lot of nice people? I think they're awesome people. I think Atatsum, I think Ed, I think he changed his name, Word of Life, something or Life of the other. I think these are great people. I think they're nice people. And we can all communicate, maybe disagree with each other a little bit, but we can have an educated conversation. But if you can't get a hold and lead your community to be more positive, and you can't do it, I can't expect great things from you as an organization. And some people might say, well, that's just social media. Well, where else are they other than social media? There's no commercials. There's no Holo, future of Holo chain, future of blockchain, whatever whatever it is. It's not there. So the only visible thing that we have is social media. No websites. That these websites have to be updated. So people, as I've stated before, I've always said you got to do your own research, okay? Yes, the world is getting crazy out there. But don't allow yourself to be distracted. If you're holding on to the hot token, hold on to it. Move on, move forward. Don't look at the stuff. Don't look at the daily candles and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to drive you crazy. I told you guys not to do it. Same thing with all the other altcoins out there. I told you guys not to do it. You just hold it and you mind your own business. And when things take off, hit the road. Unless it's a project that you're extremely excited about or have confidence in. And now maybe when you do make a certain amount of money, be like, hey, you know what? Let me hire a couple of guys to make some haps on Holochain. Have some ideas. Maybe you can get more involved with the project. But until then, no. So, all right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I have been extremely busy, and I do mean busy in every sense of the word. I don't have a job yet, but I'm anticipating to have one hopefully one day. But I've been busy doing other things, attempting to take care of my health, and then life, just life in general. In a couple months or so, maybe I'll be able to tell you guys what's been happening, what's going on. I know I've been kind of secretive these last 2 or 3 months, but trust me, it's for a reason. Anyway, you guys, please, as I always say, do your own research, do your own research, do your own research. And last but not least, don't let anything bother you. Don't let the SEC bother you. Don't let Peter Schiff bother you. Don't let all of these. Don't let nobody bother you. Enjoy your life. Stay safe. Okay. Do what you need to do for you and your family to keep you and your family safe. And we're gonna make it through this. This crypto space, this crypto market. We're gonna make it through. Okay. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Again, do your own research, do your own research, do your own research. Last but not least, above all else, stay safe out there, okay? Bye, you guys.